Today I ordered a tank, and I got the IMS 3-gallon tank. We're gonna put that on today. So the bike gets like 50 miles to the gallon roughly, and I think it's like a 2-point-something gallon tank. So you know, you might be able to squeak a little over 100 miles out of it, but it's been my experience the light comes on for the fuel around like 75, 80 miles an hour, so, or 80 miles. So I wanted to get this tank. I don't really go on really long rides, but it's still annoying, if you just want to go ride a couple hours and you don't have enough gas, even for just a couple-hour ride. So I didn't want to go with the 4. I didn't want the huge tank. I wanted to keep it, decent looking, and I liked that the 3.1 came in the blue. So today we're going to take that off, take the stock tank off, and see how bad it is to put the new one on. Hopefully it's not too bad. Doesn't look like it's a whole lot involved. So what are you doing? Come on, inside. So looking with what comes with this tank, I'm gonna save this bag, put the old tank in it when I'm done. Here we got the tank, and I guess a lot of the hardware is going to be reused. Let's see, looks like we got a gasket for the fuel pump, and a couple screws, that's it. So I'll read these instructions over. I won't bore you with that. So first we're going to take the seat off and the radiator shrouds, and basically it looks like there's 2 connectors underneath the tank. One's electrical, one's for the fuel. And then transfer all the hardware, like the seat post, and I guess they give you new side clips for the shrouds to hold them on. I think that's what these these silver things are. But I'm gonna Loctite some of the stuff down that I don't foresee ever taking off again, like the seat post stub and these things, and we'll see how the rest of it goes. I'd rather Loctite everything I can that I think I'll never take back off again. So how bad. I'll start with the seat here. I didn't feed the dog. No. If you work on bikes a lot and you don't have a set of T-handles, man, they're awesome. So much better than sockets. And I'm gonna put these bolts back in the seat because I get messed up when I take stuff out and then you remember what bolt goes where. So put them back in. Put that seat somewhere else. Do that. The Jap bikes, their Phillips head screws are just a tiny different than American. So you can buy these. I don't even know what the terminology is for these screwdrivers, but if you go online, you'll see them, and they're made for these metric screws, and they don't strip out as easily as like a Craftsman would. So never knew that before all the years I worked on bikes. I never knew it was just a little bit different. And gosh, it looks like I'm missing something there in that one. Anyhow, pretty easy. Okay. So that's that side. This side. Definitely want to be getting a guard for that radiator soon. And I've been talking to a lot of guys on the web, and it seems like Force Accessories is expensive, but it seems like that's the one to get. So, got these little insets. Seeing them. Take this side panel off. No, I guess not. Let's just snap it out. Huh, sliding forward. So, now that's why they give you new ones. You can't take them off. They're pressed in there. Alright, so there's one side panel. So far, not too bad. This looks like we got one here. I guess this is part of the mount. Yeah, let's see if we can take this off. Take this off now. Heck, I might even transfer this over now so I don't lose it. Like I said, this is one of the items I was going to Loctite back in, so let's do that now. So I'm not ever going back to stock tank. A little bit bigger. No, it's the same size. Gosh, stuff's not on here too tight, which is kind of surprising. And these don't feel like they were Loctited down, which I would think something like this would be. Yeah. Even that one, not tight at all. So that one's in the front, these ones are in the back. That should be the tank. And unfortunately, it's probably 3/4 full, because I never let my gas tank shrink down, but no biggie. To move this around now. Oh gosh, this would have been easier if it was lighter. Alright, so we got an electrical connector. Kind of just squeeze in on this right here. And that came right out. And then this. There we go. Push that tab in with something. Pain in the ass to get off. You got to pull this down, and then you have to squeeze both sides, and it's very hard. So I used this and was able to get it, but I was trying it with a screwdriver and vice grips, and it was hard. You almost need something, you know, that would go like this to squeeze the both blue parts to get this off. Alright, let's see if we can get this to go back in there. Yeah, it ain't pretty, but most of it out. Now we can start transferring this mount and this mount. and get the fuel pump out of there. That is very, very small fitting. I wonder if these were Loctited in. Okay. Do that. We've got the hose. Here's what I'm looking for. This gasket is going to replace the one that's on there. So this is just like that. This comes out. This goes on. Got a little dirt in there. Of course, that's going to be under the gasket. Let's see if we can clean that out real good while we got this out here. So this is wrong. We want this orientation. You want the fuel line to be pointing straight up because that's how it came out of that one. So should I Loctite these in? There wasn't any Loctite on them. I guess there's a reason for that. That was steel, these are brass. I feel like that didn't feel like it's going down tight. Is that long enough? Gosh, I don't even feel like they're long enough. Why isn't this seated down right? Okay, that's better. Get them all snug all the way around, I guess, before I start cranking on them. That was a pretty fat gasket, so fairly confident that's going to be pretty secure. next, I guess I got to transfer over the rest of the hardware. We'll be ready to put her back on. I want to make these killer tight, but just very snug. That would suck if this leaked. Okay, that feels pretty good. So now we need to get those off. This here. Try not to wear any of this gas. It's on there pretty good. Real. Pretty clean in there. Wonder if I should pour some gas in there and dump it back out. I can put this back on. Nice and easy. Now where is that going to sit? Make sure we got clearance under there. That's got to go up. Yeah. Now we got it. We got to make sure everything's cool under there. Especially with that fuel programmer line coming out. Man, they could have ran that underneath that bracket and been a better fit.
install that, so I think I would have waited under that. That would have made more sense. It's been alright till now. I guess it's going to be alright going forward. That's why I like to work on my own stuff. So I bought this bike, it already had this in it, so I think they'll be alright. Had this long one in the front. And that looked like that had Loctite on it. Let me put some on there. Come on, dude. Always worried I'm going to cross thread stuff. What was that? Checking, there's room for that to move in there, so I didn't pinch it, so that makes me feel a little bit better. So now we just got to transfer, well, not transfer, but we got to install the slides for the shrouds. Pretty close to being done. What the heck is on the radio? Man, that looks awful close. Wonder if you got to be bent out. Guess the other ones are pretty close. At least stick out a little bit. We'll find out in a minute. Color's pretty close. Now these ones gotta go over top. Did it catch that pig? And I wonder if it caught that. Check, make sure that slide was secure, that piece went over that slide, and it did. This part, getting these tabs popped over this, took a little bit of, but I figure it's there now. Once it gets out in the sun and warms up, it'll probably catch its seeding, catch its molding, and it'll be good to go. So now we just got to see how this goes back on. Oh, you're sneaking up on me, man. Not bad, dude.
Yeah.
Not bad at all. At least this one wasn't. You gotta like push the radiator up to get the shrouds. Your shrouds going in between the radiator and the guard, and there's an insert in there that you gotta put the insert in, and then get everything in, and then put the bolts on. But this was pretty easy. Let me do that. There we go. The seat, it's not too bad. It's pretty good. Color's not too bad. It's pretty good. Almost looks like my old YZ. So, got these seat bolts to put back in. Put some gas in it, fire it up.